The movie kicks off with John and Kate's tense anticipation in the hospital delivery room. They're on edge when a nurse approaches Kate, attempting to ease her discomfort. With a sympathetic smile, the nurse inquires if this is Kate's first delivery. Kate, trying to remain calm, responds that it's actually her third, and they've already decided on the name, Jessica. But before they can revel in the moment, tragedy strikes. Kate begins to bleed profusely, and within moments she's rushed to the ICU, frantically calling for her husband. Yet in the midst of her cries, a shocking revelation unfolds. There's a problem with the baby, and doctors scramble to save both mother and child. Helplessly, Kate watches as they perform a harrowing procedure, leaving her in agony while John inexplicably focuses on recording the ordeal. As the baby cries out its first cries, covered in blood, a nurse brings it closer to Kate, and then suddenly she jerks awake in her bed, realizing it was all just a terrifying dream. Kate seeks solace in therapy with Dr. Browning, opening up about her reoccurring nightmares and her doubts about adoption. Despite the turmoil, Kate finds strength in resisting the urge to drown her sorrows with alcohol, a small victory in her ongoing struggle. The next day, while picking up her deaf daughter, Max, from school, a momentary distraction nearly leads to disaster on the road, underscoring Kate's fragile state of mind. Back home, Kate finds solace in playing the piano until she's interrupted by strange thudding noises, leading to a heartwarming moment with Max. Soon, John and Danny join them, revealing the family's happiness. As night falls, Max's innocent request for a bedtime poem brings forth Kate's unresolved emotions about her lost child, Jessica. Her pain surfaces as she hugs Max tight, yet even in her vulnerability, Kate finds the strength to confront her husband about her desire to honor Jessica's memory through devoting her love to someone deserving. The following day, the couple's visit to St. Mary Orphanage takes an eerie turn when Kate senses someone spying on them. Inside, amidst the laughter and joy of the orphanage, John's curiosity leads him to a mysterious little girl named Esther. John is captivated by Esther's artistic talent as the scene shifts to Kate's conversation with Sister Abigail. They discuss the complexities of adopting an older child, highlighting the weight of such decisions. Meanwhile, John engages in a meaningful discussion with Esther, who shares the inspiration behind her latest painting, depicting the reunion of lost cubs with their mother lion. As Kate and Sister Abigail join them, they're struck by Esther's remarkable drawings. Esther's uniqueness shines through as she confidently explains her differences. Her charm and eloquence leave Kate and John impressed. Learning of Esther's tragic past in Russia, where her American family perished in a fire, Kate feels a strong connection to her. Kate and John decide to move forward with the adoption process. After a few days, as they prepare to bring Esther home, she eagerly learns sign language to communicate with Max. Upon arrival, Max warmly welcomes her, and Kate takes the opportunity to explain Max's hearing device, fostering understanding between the two. However, not everyone in the household is as welcoming. Danny, Kate and John's son, struggles with Esther's presence, feeling overshadowed and resentful of the attention she receives. His discomfort is palpable as he retreats to spend time with his friends, leaving Kate and John to navigate the dynamics of their blended family. Despite initial challenges, Kate notices a budding friendship between Max and Esther, offering hope for their integration into the family. Concerned about Kate's well-being, Grandma subtly suggests seeking help for her drinking habit, prompting Kate to reassure her that she's in control. When questioned about her future plans, Kate reveals her intention to pursue online teaching, signaling a new chapter for her. As night falls and rain patters against the window, Kate seeks solace in moments of connection with her husband. However, their intimacy is abruptly interrupted by Esther, who leaves her bed, wakes up Max, and insists on joining them, prompting a delicate balancing act of family dynamics. The following morning, tensions flare as Danny mocks Esther's attire, leading to a confrontation with Kate over her appearance. At school, Esther faces ridicule from a classmate named Brenda, her unwavering gaze unnerving the bully. After school, Danny's careless actions with a paint gun result in the suffering of a pigeon, drawing Esther and Max into a grim situation. Esther, displaying unexpected decisiveness, takes charge to end the pigeon's suffering, showcasing her pragmatic nature. Back at home, Kate's attempts to connect with Esther during bath time hit a roadblock when Esther locks the door. Despite Kate's insistence on leaving the door open, Esther's request for a song offers a temporary reprieve. However, Kate's discovery of a mysterious Bible in Esther's room raises suspicions. The bullying at school escalates when Brenda targets Esther's Bible, tearing it into pieces. Brenda's attempt to touch her necklace results in a dramatic outburst from Esther. In a vulnerable moment, Esther opens up to Kate during a piano lesson, revealing her struggles with the traumatic events at school. Despite initial resistance, Kate's revelation about her diary and stillborn daughter Jessica leads to a profound revelation for Esther about the essence of motherhood and the enduring connection she shares with the white rose plant, as Jessica's ashes were buried there. Tears flow as Esther acknowledges Kate's love and devotion, affirming her belief in Kate as a loving mother. As night falls, Kate and John share intimate moments in the kitchen, only to be interrupted by Esther's sudden appearance. Sensing the awkwardness, Esther retreats to her room. Kate, recognizing the need for guidance, approaches Esther to discuss adult matters, but is surprised when Esther claims to already be well-versed in such topics. Concerned, Kate discusses the situation with John, expressing worries about the negative influence on their children, but John brushes off her concerns. The following day, John takes Esther and Max to the park, where their neighbor Joyce seeks John's help to move a chair. Esther's unease around Joyce is palpable, heightened by the presence of Brenda, a familiar face from school. Brenda's fear of Esther is evident, and a tense encounter at the playground leads to a shocking incident where Esther pushes Brenda, resulting in a fracture witnessed by Max. Back at the dinner table, Kate confronts Esther about her involvement in Brenda's accident, but Esther denies any wrongdoing, supported by Max's loyalty. Tensions escalate as Danny displays hostility towards Esther, prompting John to intervene by locking Danny's treehouse until he apologizes to Esther. During a trip to the supermarket, Sister Abigail calls Kate, but Esther refuses to speak with her, revealing a deeper layer to her enigmatic behavior. Kate moves away, and as she talks about Esther's incident with Abigail, Max translates everything for Esther. Back home, Kate is astonished to discover Esther's hidden talent for playing the piano, raising further questions about Esther's past and intentions. As Kate confides in John about her concerns regarding Esther's behavior, he remains dismissive, leaving Kate feeling isolated in her apprehensions. The tension between Kate and John escalates as they argue about their past, unaware of Esther's unsettling smile in the background. The following day, Sister Abigail's visit brings troubling news about Esther's history of violence, but John dismisses Kate's concerns, emphasizing Esther's young age. Unbeknownst to them, Esther overhears their conversation and enlists Max's help in a sinister plan to deal with Sister Abigail. Esther's dark intentions come to light when she discovers a hidden vault containing a gun. Seizing an opportunity, she manipulates Max into assisting her in luring Sister Abigail to a secluded bridge. In a chilling turn of events, Esther orchestrates a horrific accident by pushing Max before her car. As Abigail comes out to calm Max, Esther hits her with a hammer and drags her away from the road before someone may see her. She brutally murders Abigail. Inside the treehouse, Esther takes charge, concealing the evidence and issuing a menacing threat to Max, ensuring her silent about the gruesome events she has witnessed. As they exit the treehouse, Danny's suspicions of Esther escalate, sparking a tense exchange of gazes between the two. Later, under the cover of night, Esther confronts Danny, coercing him into silence with veiled threats, leaving him shaken and fearful. The following day, a visit to Dr. Browning unveils a startling revelation. Esther is portrayed as an angelic child, while Kate is painted as the source of discord within the family. Kate is blindsided by this assessment, her attempts to defend herself falling on deaf ears, even with John failing to support her. Meanwhile, Kate's own behavior grows increasingly erratic, raising further concerns within the family. As they return home, news of Abigail's disappearance sends shockwaves through the community, her tragic demise soon discovered by the authorities. In the aftermath, the police investigation casts a shadow over John's household, leaving Kate determined to uncover the truth behind Abigail's death. Delving into the dark recesses of Esther's past, Kate unearths unsettling revelations, which she shares with John in a desperate bid for his attention. Despite her efforts, John remains aloof, dismissing her concerns and exacerbating Kate's frustration. As Kate delves deeper into Esther's past, a shocking discovery emerges. There is no record of Esther ever being at her previous orphanage, sending shockwaves through Kate's already troubled mind. Confronted with mounting evidence of Esther's deception, Kate's desperation intensifies, leading her to question the children about Esther's behavior. However, met with lies and evasion, Kate's quest for answers hits a dead end. At home, Esther is alone with John when she informs him that she has wished to have a daddy like her, but John asks for Kate too. A pivotal moment unfolds as John attempts to bridge the gap between Kate and Esther by doing something good to impress her, unaware of the dark truths lurking beneath the surface. As evening descends, Esther approaches Kate with an unsettling surprise: white roses from their garden. Kate's heart sinks at the sight, recognizing the twisted symbolism behind Esther's gesture. Confronting Esther, Kate accuses her of malicious intent, but Esther skillfully manipulates the situation, casting herself as the innocent victim before fleeing, leaving Kate to grapple with her emotions amidst a sea of white petals. In a chilling display of manipulation, Esther orchestrates a disturbing incident, deliberately breaking her own arm and feigning distress to garner sympathy from John. As John rushes Esther to the hospital, Kate is left feeling isolated and powerless, forced to retreat from her own home at Esther's behest. Heartbroken, Kate seeks solace in alcohol, grappling with her inner turmoil as she contemplates the depths of Esther's deception. In a moment of clarity, she pours the wine down the sink, the symbolic rejection of the self-destructive path she finds herself on. The next morning, tragedy strikes as Esther's malevolent schemes reach new heights. In a horrifying turn of events, Max becomes a pawn in Esther's dangerous game, locked inside a car hurtling towards disaster. Kate's frantic efforts to save her daughter culminate in a heart-wrenching rescue, leaving her shaken and vulnerable in the aftermath. Amidst the chaos, Kate finds herself at odds with both Dr. Browning and John, who cast blame upon her for the turmoil engulfing their family. Confronted with an ultimatum from John, Kate faces a stark choice: go on rehab for a week or risk losing her family. As tensions escalate, Max finds herself caught in Esther's web of manipulation, a helpless witness to the unfolding tragedy. Following the disturbing revelations, Dani confronts Max in her room, where she unveils a collection of drawings detailing Esther's sinister deeds. Armed with evidence, Dani vows to expose Esther's true nature, unaware that Esther is eavesdropping on their conversation. Meanwhile, Kate, unable to sleep, ventures to Max's room with a bag, only to be intercepted by Esther. In a chilling confrontation, Esther taunts Kate with knowledge of her husband's infidelity and the tragic fate of her deceased baby, wielding her diary as a weapon of psychological manipulation. Morning brings a new urgency as Dani prepares to search the treehouse for incriminating evidence against Esther. Sensing an opportunity, Kate clandestinely investigates Esther's room, uncovering a shocking revelation. Esther's Bible conceals a trove of unsettling images and a connection to the Sarney Institute. Alarmed by this discovery, Kate contacts the Institute, unraveling a dark web of deception surrounding Esther's past. Kate is thrilled to learn that Sarney is not an orphanage, rather, it is a mental hospital. As Dani's search for evidence intensifies, Esther emerges with damning proof in hand, determined to eliminate any threat to her carefully constructed facade. In a horrific turn of events, Esther locks Dani inside the burning treehouse, callously sentencing him to a fiery demise. Miraculously, Dani manages to escape to the roof, calling out for his mother in a desperate bid for survival. Confronting the truth of Esther's past, Kate seeks guidance from Sister Judith, who reveals the illicit nature of Esther's adoption. Armed with newfound knowledge, Kate delves deeper into Esther's murky origins, determined to uncover the truth behind the facade. Tragically, Danny's valiant efforts to expose Esther's malevolence end in heartbreak as he falls from the treehouse, his life hanging in the balance. In a race against time, Kate rushes to Danny's aid, her maternal instincts driving her to confront the raging inferno and save her son from certain death, as Esther is about to blow his head open using a rock. With the flames licking at her heels, Kate's determination to protect her family propels her into a harrowing battle against the forces of darkness as she fights to bring Esther's reign of terror to an end. With Danny's condition stabilized, Kate grapples with the harrowing reality of Esther's true nature, determined to confront John with the damning truth about the Sarnay Institute. However, her efforts are met with John's stubborn refusal to acknowledge Esther's malevolence, pushing Kate to her breaking point. Fed up with John's denial, Kate issues an ultimatum. Esther must leave their home if their marriage is to survive. As tensions escalate, Esther seizes an opportunity to enact her twisted agenda, coercing $1 from her grandmother under the guise of buying a soda. Minutes later, she sets her sights on Danny, attempting to smother him with a pillow in a chilling display of malice. Max, sensing danger, discovers Esther's absence at the soda machine and races to warn her mother. Amidst the chaos, Danny suffers a cardiac arrest, sending Kate into a frenzy of desperation. Blinded by rage and fear for her son's life, Kate lashes out at Esther. Sedated by medical staff, Kate awakens to the reassuring news of Danny's recovery. But her relief is short-lived as John makes plans to take the girls home. As John tends to Max, Esther seizes the opportunity to manipulate him, covertly removing Max's hearing device and slipping away unnoticed. With John's inhibitions lowered by alcohol, Esther launches a brazen attempt to seduce him, exploiting his vulnerability in a calculated bid for control. However, John's anger and disgust at Esther's advances prompt him to confront the grim reality of their situation, vowing to send her back to the orphanage. Meanwhile, Kate receives a chilling revelation from Dr. Varava, confirming Esther's true identity as Lena, a grown woman with a history of violence and psychosis. Shocked by the depths of Esther's deception, Kate grapples with the horrifying truth. Esther is not the innocent child she appears to be, but a dangerous predator capable of unspeakable atrocities. With the veil of deception lifted, Kate races against time to thwart Esther's deadly plans and protect her family from imminent danger. In a harrowing turn of events, Kate springs into action, leaving her bed to rush to John's aid. Meanwhile, John investigates Esther's room, horrified by the disturbing drawings adorning her walls. Amidst the chaos, the phone rings, but before John can answer, Esther plunges the room into darkness, heightening the tension. Sensing danger, Kate contacts 911, alerting them to the intruder in their home. As John investigates the lights, Esther launches a vicious attack, brutally stabbing him to death. With John's lifeless body at her feet, Esther spots Max witnessing the horrific scene. However, Kate's arrival provides a glimmer of hope as she crashes her car into the garage, rushing to confront the unfolding nightmare. Heartbroken at the sight of John's murder, Kate frantically searches for Max, but finds her bed empty. As Kate hides from Esther, a deadly game of cat and mouse ensues. Esther, armed and dangerous, hunts Kate down, unleashing a barrage of gunfire. Miraculously surviving, Kate seeks refuge in the bathroom, while Max sneaks into the garden, pursued by the relentless Esther. In a tense standoff, Kate spies her daughter from above and guides her to safety, but Esther's keen eye catches Kate's shadow, prompting a fierce confrontation. With Max's safety at stake, Kate summons all her strength, launching herself at Esther, incapacitating her momentarily. With Esther subdued, Max awakens her mother, and together they flee the house. In a sudden twist, the police arrive on the scene, but Esther is nowhere to be found. Kate and Max find themselves in a desperate struggle for survival as they flee into the woods, only to be ambushed by Esther. The confrontation escalates as the trio tumbles into a nearby pond, plunging into the icy depths. As Esther gains the upper hand, Max spots the gun and attempts to intervene, but a misfire causes the bullet to strike the ice, sending them all plummeting into the freezing water. Fighting against a suffocating chill, Kate manages to break free and resurface, only to be dragged back down by Esther's relentless attack. In a moment of desperation, Kate fights back with all her strength, delivering a decisive blow that incapacitates Esther. As Kate struggles to break free, Esther pleads for mercy, invoking the bond of motherhood. But Kate, pushed to her limits, unleashes her fury, delivering a fatal blow that ends Esther's reign of terror. With Esther defeated, Kate emerges from the water victorious. Cradling her daughter in her arms, Kate leaves the scene, determined to leave the horrors of the past behind and embrace a new beginning. And with that, the movie draws to a close, leaving audiences breathless and on the edge of their seats.